Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Wiregrass Hobby Farming. Hey, quick update on the hayfield that we've got going on here and a few other things. We are starting season 3 on our hayfield here ever since the complete renovation planning of the TIF Quick, and you can see that it has really taken off. It looks really good this year, probably because I finally got some fertilizer on it here a few weeks ago. Our farmers co-op there in Hartford has this mix they put together. It's kind of a custom blend. They call it a pasture blend. It's like a 60 50 30, I think is what they do. Applied 230 pounds to the acre. I put it on right after we did our first cut about a month ago. Got the weeds cut down and got the fertilizer on. I ran over the pasture with a Pasture Renovator. It's a Hay King model, and it helps cut slits in the soil, gets that fertilizer down in it, and man, it has just done a stellar job. You can see this is just beautiful. The weed load's not even that high. I mean, there's some, you can see some tops out there and some little yellow blooms. We've got some grays on that we're going to put on the grass here to knock it back. You can actually, I don't know how well you can see in the picture, you can see where I made my turns with the pasture, with the fertilizer buggy, because we're kind of a duller shade of green, and now we go into a darker shade of green here. So it is just looking phenomenal. Once I get that weed herbicide on here, I think we'll be in the money. But it is just, it's filled in thick, it's beautiful, it's doing great out here. You can also see I put in some pecan trees. I've got 9 of them total that I put in. 3 way back there, 3 there, and 3 along here on the front of the barn. And they've all leafed out, looking great. Got them bare root trees from a nursery over in Georgia, and they're all doing really good. Everything's doing great. Really happy with the way this place is finally turning out. Like I said, this is season 3, so it's taken up to now to get this kind of a result out here. So yeah, that's great. Finally, here I'll show you the Hay King Pasture Renovator that I've worked the pasture with. This thing does a really phenomenal job. If you've never seen one or heard of one, you can see the basic operation here. It's got a coulter that runs in front of the cutting knives, so it'll cut the grass roots in front of it before the knives go in and cut a slit through the soil. That way it won't disturb the soil as much, and you'll just get a nice groove that'll suck up moisture and nutrients without ruining the turf for your hay cutter. So that has worked excellent, I think, in my opinion. Right now I'm actually replacing the cutting knives on this thing because these things are slam worn out. It's been used so much, and I'll show you the difference. See, in case you are familiar with a Hay King Pasture Renovator, Tarver Sales is the company that markets this thing right here, and just this year they have stopped making the Hay King, and now they've started a model called the Tar King. I'm not really sure what it's all about, but I know it's quite a bit more expensive than the Hay King. So I was concerned about getting parts for this here Hay King, so I called Tarver, and they set me straight on what's going on here. You can see the original knives on here. These are pretty worn down, but it's a solid single piece unit, and this new piece right here comes in sections that have actually have replaceable cutting points on them. You can just punch out with a roll pin and replace the wear parts. Now we'll go over here and we'll look at some side-by-side comparisons. I've got 2 old ones that I've already taken off, and you can see they are just slam worn to the nubs. And here's the new one. So you can see how much cutting depth I'm not getting with the old knives, because those are side by side. So yeah, I'm losing a lot of cutting depth. But you see, you just knock out. It's got 2 replaceable sections. Actually got the cutting edge and then the shin right here. You just knock out rope ends and you can replace them. They were a pretty penny to replace to the new style shank, but they assure me going forth in the future that I'll save a lot of money by replacing those wear parts instead of the whole shank right here. And I did make sure that Tarver still does make and sell replacement parts for the old Hay King, and you don't have to model up to the Tar King. So that was a relief, because I really like this thing. Like I said, it does a great job. All right, so we got great grass and we got a Hay King, and we are in the money. All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to come back with another video over well, I need some recommendations on fence building, so maybe you can chime in and help out with that. Bye.